Hey guys! If you've ever taken a yoga class, chances are you've probably done a pose called downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. It's used as a transition pose in many different styles, and in some styles of yoga, it's even considered a rest pose. Downward facing dog helps to undo that forward compression and forward motion that we experience throughout most of our day, because all of the stuff that we do for the most part is right in front of us. So we help to open the chest, relieve the frontal compression from the front of the body, and then also lengthen out the hamstrings, the calves, and the Achilles. So downward facing dog will give you a great stretch, a little bit of an inversion, which helps to relieve the downward pressure that you experience from gravity all day long, and helps to increase blood flow to the brain. Sometimes in class, your instructor may not explain how to get into down dog and what adjustments to make for the pose to fit your body the best. But the thing is, every body is different, so you'll need to find the adjustments that work best for your body for downward dog to provide you with the most benefits. So let's give it a try. Start on hands and knees with the fingertips spread wide and the shoulders stacked directly over the wrists. Hips stacked directly over the knees. Draw the belly button in towards the spine just a little bit. Tuck your toes under. Take the tops of the shoulders and press them down and away from the ears. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling and back towards the wall behind you. Bend the knees just a little bit here so you can reach the tailbone and sit bones, the bottom edges of your hips, up towards the ceiling even more. It's more important to get the length through the spine than straight legs. The straight legs will come once your spine gets nice and open. So heels are heavy down towards the mat. The tailbone and sit bones continue to reach up. You can come up onto the balls of the feet and walk through the feet to lengthen each side even more, working through the calf, Achilles, and back of the knee even deeper. While you're in this pose, the shoulder blades are always moving towards the waist and you're externally rotating the shoulder joint, taking the outer edge of the armpits or triceps and rolling them in towards the ears. From this position, you can see the tops of the shoulders draw down and away, creating lots of space on either side of the neck, and then the outer edge of the triceps or the armpit rolls in towards the ear. So again, create the space on either side of the neck and roll the triceps in towards the ears. If you have wrist issues, you can do down dog on your forearms. So with the hands clasped or the palms pressing into the mat, you now press the entire forearm into the mat as you lift the hips up towards the ceiling and back towards the wall. You can make the same adjustments here by bending the knees and reaching the hips up towards the ceiling. And even here, you want to take the tops of the shoulder blades or the tips of the shoulder blades and move them towards the waist with that little bit of external rotation. So again, from this view, you can see the shoulders move towards the waist, the neck becomes nice and open, and then you take that little bit of external rotation. In either variation of down dog, a nice adjustment is to bend the knees nice and deep and reach the tailbone and sit bones up towards the ceiling even more as the heels become nice and heavy down towards the ground. When you're all done, lower the knees down towards the mat, separate them nice and wide, and sit back onto your heels in child's pose for a nice, well-deserved rest. As you can see, with just a few modifications and adjustments, you can fit down dog to your body. Whether it's turning the fingertips out a little bit or even separating the hands a little bit wider, you can make it more comfortable for tight shoulders. Or keep the knees bent the entire time. Even if the books say your legs have to be straight, the books aren't you. Again, each body is different and it'll be different from day to day. How you are today and after a whole days of work or a weekend of vacation are going to be two very different stories. So respect where you are, but then also make those little adjustments so that down dog is as comfortable as it can be for you. If you'd like to learn more about yoga, check out halaforsamala.com. And if you have any ideas for stretches or poses, put them down into the comment section, and you may see a video about it here shortly.